Alright, we're in the woods. My last video was demonstrating that the potassium permanganate and liquid glycerin creates fire when you add the two together. I'm out here in the woods, as you can see. I've got my whole, what I would bring with me in the woods, knife, well, of course my camera today, the bag with the potassium permanganate, and a tripod. I usually wouldn't bring the tripod because I have my camera today. I have that knife, that's my wood knife. I do have a skinning knife, well, what I would use to skin and take care of like meat cutting and whatnot. It's very sharp. I do not use that to sharpen wood or cut wood or any kind of things like that. So what we're going to start out with today to make fire is this stuff right here. This is bark off of a vine. Everything is a little damp today. A little bit damp, so I'm going to go ahead and get some of this. It's a little damp on the inside. I've already got some here. I'm going to show you that whatever you have, a shirt, a rock, whatever, if you have to, I mean, flatten out the dirt, move away all this stuff, but it's damp, so when you grind up your decently dry stuff and put it on this, it's going to wick some moisture, and you don't really want that. So take whatever you can and grind up your stuff, your dry, well, decently dry stuff. Grind it all up. That's probably enough to get a good flame ignition under some other small dry kindling, which I do have some. I'm not going to create a big old fire because, as you can hear, there's sirens going on and I'm pretty much in city limits. I've got precaution. I've got water. Put out any kind of spreading flames. Here's some dry kindling stuffs that I'm going to break up smaller and build a fire right here on top of that. I'm going to use this to hold the potassium permanganate off the ground. Don't really need to because it is a chemical, and it will ignite no matter what, pretty much under any condition. Added with the glycerin, such as seen in my last video. To go on about it, I've only got 10 minutes to get this done. Potassium permanganate can also be mixed and diluted with water. You can dilute it very weakly, very weak, light pink, really light pink, in like a bottle of water. Let it sit for an hour or so, and it will purify it. You still want to run it through some kind of filter to get out all the small particles and stuff. I mean, untested, have not tried it, have read lots about it. As far as the microbials and creeks and stuff, yeah, I'm not for sure about some of those. But you really need to filter it through a shirt, something, anything. I would do it if I was dying of thirst. I would purify it through creek water and run it through a shirt or something, whatever I had. But yeah, alright, anyway. Make a long video short. Okay, and I'm going to be extinguishing this fire shortly after I build it. Okay, this seems to be aired out somewhat. I'm going to put this on the tripod, and I'll get right back with you. Okay. Alright, we have the potassium permanganate. Blah, blah. Fumble stutter bolty. Alright. What we're going to do, we're going to take this. We're going to dump out some of the potassium permanganate. I'm going to use a little bit just to not get embarrassed and hope that it does start a good fire. I will be refining my own skills in woods later on using the potassium permanganate. I have found out that if you pour the pile out and you put yourself a little indention in it, such as I just did, you just watch me, you can see it, it's in there. That is for when you draw up the glycerin. Draw it up, you can put it in there and it won't run over the sides, it'll stay right in the middle. Now, granted, this is my first fire as far as using wood and building a fire in a wilderness survival type setting. So I'm going to ask that you bear with me. Oh, trying to get it all down inside the squirter here. Okay, got it all down inside here. That way it's not going to leak out. We're going to set that aside for a minute. We're going to recap all of our chemicals. Recap them. Get them out of the way. Zip them back up in the as they're supposed to be. And then we're going to take our dried stuff that we ground up earlier. All this. And hopefully this works out right. I'm just going to do it this way. Set it all around the edges. Maybe some right on top there. Just like that. Just kind of cover it. But leave some where you're going to drop your glycerin. And I used quite a bit of glycerin this time because of the soaking through the flammable material. It's going to soak through that and get onto the potassium permanganate. Okay, I'm going to close this out just to save time. I'll be right back. I'm going to break up some of the smaller dry kindling and stack it on here. Be right back.